Well, good evening. Trying to get this thing started. Here we go. That thing's all messed up. And go right on over to here. There we go. All ready to roll. That thing's not working too well. Send feedback. That ain't working either. Anyway, good evening, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Take you along for a ride for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, I use a trading strategy called covered calls, where I buy a stock, I sell the call against it in order to gain a 1% per week return. That is over 50% per year. Doing rather well this year, I must say. Pat myself on the back, but that'd be a bit pretentious, I think. That being said, let's get started. We're going to take a look at what we actually traded today, or what actually happened today and this week. Well, Apple was one on our list this week. Let's take a look at Apple. AAPL, Apple, you say. Well, Apple should be on everybody's list. I mean, they're a huge company. Take a look at the price, all the numbers. Okay, here's the high up here in the 235 area, or 235, 237, way up here. Look at the bottom of the year, 165 to 245, 240. Then back down, then back up again, back down. Now she's going up again for a third attempt to hit another high. Well, that being said, look at the last 30 days. What has it done? Okay, 30 days ago today, hockey legend, how are you today? 30 days ago today was our 30-day high. Well, what happens then? Well, you got your profit taking and then she drops, and our 30-day bottom was last week. Now, from last week's 30-day bottom at 220, she's going up nicely. So if you want to jump a ride and go, if you want to jump on, take a ride, look at the seasonality for Apple. Now, if you don't understand what a seasonality chart is, let me briefly explain. Let me do this way. If you don't know what a seasonality chart is, let me briefly explain. What we're looking at here is the chart for Apple computers. All the way to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. The blue line represents the movement so far this year. Started out in January, was sideways for a bit, dips, goes back up, pulls back up, and just going sideways. But look at the red line. The red line represents 10 years of average movement. Okay, that's 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, so on and so forth. 10 years of data reproduces this line. But look at January 1st, then come all the way out to December. Nice, slow, steady upward incline from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. So why not have it on your list for those, safe trades that you know what is usually going to happen and what's happening. Look, January, she was here. Well, now nice, steady incline to where she is now. A little bit up, a little bit down, but it is what it is. But average, she continuously moves up from January 1st to December 31st. So if you can find a trading strategy to trade that stock, well, great, but how do you do it? Safely and predictably. Okay? If you take a look at the chart, this goes back to June, right? She went up, she went down, she went up, she went down, she went up, she went down. Now that's the overall look, okay? That's like last 6 months. If you take a closer look, yeah, thanks, Ransom. If you want to take a closer look, what does she usually do on a 30-day period? Well, she goes up, she goes down, she goes up, she goes down, she goes up, she goes down. The closer you zoom in, you can see the predictability of the trades. So with it right here, it looks like she's going down, up, pulling back, then going back up again. That's what it looks like. But what does it normally do? Well, it did happen to go up. All right, so that's what stocks do. They go up, they go down. Okay, so let's figure out what looks good. If anyone who wants to learn, just make it simple. Well, Ransom, it was created for my 9-year-old daughter, so it is pretty simple. Hey, James, glad you're home safe. Me too. It was so nice having a nice hot shower last night, shave, you know, and the whole thing, and sleeping. Nice warm bed. Yeah, nice hot shower. I gotta say that, nice hot shower. Totally different. Because you get up in Maine and it's like you turn the water on and you say, oh, hell no, I'll wait. It's like, no, it's invigorating. Jill, you finally look warm again. Welcome home. Thank you there, Miss Jill. All right, so we're looking at Apple. Now, we did a nice couple of trades on Apple, but look at the numbers. Let's go all the way back. So here's the last 30 days. By looking at the chart, what does the chart tell you? I mean, it's actually really simple. Look, she came down, hit a bottom here, went up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, it's going up now. Okay, so look at the low here. Okay, here's your 30-day bottom, and it's going to the upside. What does Apple usually do? It usually goes to the upside. So why not? Okay, there's a lot of stocks. She's like, well, should I, shouldn't I? Knowing when a stock is going to move is only half the battle. Just what do you do with that information? Rich Bruner sitting on the water watching James. Wait a minute, you said you live in Texas. There's no water in Texas. Well, unless you're on the Gulf. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, nice to have my tea back too. Let's pause that one. And we'll add it to the draft. So we'll make another video there. Cool beans. Alrighty. So that's Apple. Take a look right now. 225. The 225s are going. Oh, that was expired. 257. That's more than 1%. So why not? If you get Apple, right, and you can make 1% on Apple every single week, that's 50% a year on a company that you know of. Next on the list, we have a coast. I'll have to see it to believe it. Right. Next on the list, if nobody has anything to suggest, why don't we take a look at Harley Davidson? That was a cool one. We've been doing Harley Davidson for the past 30 days. Okay, but this will be the 5th week we're actually doing Harley Davidson. HOG. Look what Harley Davidson's done. You're at the high of the year, 44.16. That was back in March. The bottom of the year was actually a year ago. That was 28.69. That was a year ago, way at the bottom. Okay? Steve wants to take a look at Mara. Oh, shit, still don't have my pen. Opinion on ARCC for dividends. We'll have to take a look at that one. Just sit tight. So Harley Davidson, there's our top, there's our bottom. Well, where are we now? Take a look at this top here, the last 90 days. Now, I told you, I like to look at certain charts. The 1 year, the 90-day, the 30-day, and then the seasonality chart. So it hasn't been finalized, a Spirit airline going bankrupt since Frontier said no. Alrighty. All right, so 90 days ago, here's the top here, 39.87. Then she drops, a little bit of retracement, drops again. Look at this bottom down here. It looks like almost 3 weeks. It's just been sitting here at the bottom. Okay, she drops down here. What happens? Finds the bottom, it turns around, and then shoots back up again. That's what I'm looking for. Hold tight with those questions. Okay. She drops, retrace, drops, hangs out at this bottom here for the last 3 weeks. Wait until you see what the seasonality looks like. The seasonality on Harley Davidson Basically, the seasonality is what does the stock normally do this time of year? That's what it means. So in January, we're way up here. Slow decline. Okay, it's a very slow decline from the beginning of January all the way down to the bottom of the year for Harley Davidson. And that happens to be in the second week of October. But for the second week of October, look at this run up. That's freaking awesome. That's the wave we're on right now. Now that's 10 years of history. This is what it's done on average for the last 10 years. Well, if that's what it's supposed to be doing, we have all the way from now until the second week in December. So we'd be riding this wave all the way to the second week in December. So yeah, of course I loaded up and take advantage of that. Well, it's an American icon, Harley Davidson. If she normally goes up this time of year, the dividends and the premiums are pretty good. So now I've got 3%, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. What I'm getting next week, don't know yet, because we figured that out on Monday. But yeah, I like Harley Davidson this year. All right, back to where we were. At this moment in time, the stock price is $32.90. So I can buy it at 33. Well, this week is gone, so get rid of that one. Look what the 33 is going for. All right? Let me come over this side, make it easier. The 33 is going for 45 cents a share. Well, that's more than 1%. That's what I'm looking for. A good quality company that I know. Harley Davidson's been around for over 100 years. Okay? So, yeah, I have no problem whatsoever. All right. Let's go take a look. Steve wants to take a look at Marathon. M-A-R-A. All right. Marathon's high of the year was 34. Bottom was 8. That's a big drop. Well, $8.99, like $9. Okay, currently we're sitting at 2107. Look at that run up. It looks lovely. You got the high just above 26. You got your profit taking. Now we're day 3 into profit taking. Take a close look. Where are we? Right there we go. Here's the last 30 days. Okay, she goes up, she comes back, she shoots up, there's your high. See, your 30-day bottom, 30-day high, now you have your profit taking. Okay, so nice move, got your profit taking. What's going to happen here? Well, that's what we're going to focus on next. Marathon. 21.19, the 21s are going for 147. Currently, the 21s are going for 7%. I gotta write this one down. I don't have my freaking pen. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I put the pen somewhere and it wasn't here. Where are they? No pens. All right, well, someone remind me, okay? Somebody remind me next week, Marathon's top of the list. I'll find a pen tomorrow. Not that big a deal. Anyway, so that's Marathon. Looks nice. The numbers look outstanding, Steve. That was a good pick. Cannon Vandal wants to take a look at ARCC. ARCC. That's going to be a no. Sorry, Cannon. It's monthly. No, thank you. Guys have been finalized. Everyday memes. Would you invest in Dogecoin personally since Elon got appointed that government job? Well, is Elon directly related to that coin? I mean, is there any, other than the fact that he, posted it about a couple of times, I'm not doing any cryptocurrency until it is legal tender. Spirit Airlines stock is tanking. You got that one. VLO EX Dividend. there. Okay, number one, SenPal. VLO. Valero. Interesting. Okay. Here's our high right here. 184. Our bottom's down here. 119. Almost into 120. She shoots up. Pulls back. Here's the bottom. The new 30-day bottom on the 29th at 127.17. So what usually happens there? Well, let's zoom in a little closer. Okay, when you get to the last 30 days, that the whole chart just changes everything. 30 days ago at 136, we jump up to 138, drop down to 127. Now we're at a high of 143. Definitely time for taking profits. Look at them all. They're all right there. You get the bottom here, grouping at the 128 area. Now you're up here at 142. Okay, that's, what is that, 12? 14? Wait a minute, 128, 38, 12. Yeah, $12 increase. $12 increase on a $120 stock. That's a 10% increase. I'd be taking the profits. All right, so currently at 140, the 141 is going for 151. So at 151, that's more than 1%. That's the type of trades we're looking for. This is the second one we came up with so far. So let's see what VLO would look like. Alrighty, the 141 right there. Let's do just one contract. Why not? At the market. Thing I love about covered calls, you know exactly what you're going to get before you jump in. Why not? Well, number one question, always, 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 is do I like VLO, Valero Energy Group? Okay, do you know who they are? Do you know what they do? If you don't know what they do, if you don't know who they are, don't buy them. Don't ever buy something you don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. All right, so here's my order. Buy one covered call VLO 100s. Those are the weeklies. 22 November 24. That's this coming Friday. Not today, but that's next Friday coming up. 141 call strike against the stock at the market price. My profit is going to be $2.54 per share. Sorry, $2.54 per contract. Well, you could say $2.54 per share, but $2.54 per share. But anyway, what does that equal? Well, let's bring up the calculator and do a little bit of creative math. $2.54, right? That's the profit for each contract. Each contract is going to be $13,846. $13,846. So give you a grand total of 1.8%. Well, your money's got to go somewhere. So why don't you choose which companies it goes in? And if you choose the company it goes in, well, make sure it's a company that's increasing their profits. Why would you put your money in a non-profitable company? That just boggles my mind. People tell me these stocks every night. Every night I'm here, and people say, oh, can you look at this? Can you look at that? Can you look at this? And I'm looking at them, I'm saying, what the hell are these people smoking? Anyway, but that's just me. I like consistency, predictability, and safety. You know, I'm looking for that safe income. You know, that predictable income. You know, you always hear that that phrase, for those on fixed incomes. Well, I want my fixed income to be 1% of my portfolio. That is pretty nice on a weekly basis. Alex, damn, that lens got me rubbing my eyes like I'm trying to clean my contacts. Okay, not quite sure what that means. Sparky, interesting. Tony, SNA. What is SNA, Tony? Snap on. Ah. Okay, Tony, I'm making the assumption that you have some of these shares. SNA. Snap on. Sorry, Tony, that's going to be a no. Reason being is two, up top of my list. Number one, and this is the primary reason, it has monthly options on its stock, which means I can only do a stock option once a month. That doesn't work for me. The numbers just don't work. And it's very challenging to figure out if it's here now, where's it going to be in 4 weeks? Well, 4 weeks, okay, that's 4 weeks, okay? 30-day bottom, 295. 30-day top, 365. 4 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So she goes up, she goes down, she goes up, she goes down. Great. Now tell me where she's going to be in 4 weeks. That's what you're doing with a monthly option. You're buying it, you're selling it to someone else, trying to figure out where's it going to be in 4 weeks. It's difficult enough to figure out where it's going to be in 5 days. That's why we look at the 30-day chart. Well, because your 30-day bottom's here, 30-day top's here, it looks logical that at the 30-day top you have all this profit right here. Well, that's going to be start taken, so this price is going to come down. That's logic. In 5 days, well, that's easy to figure out. In 5 days, hypothetically, she should be around 335 or 350, somewhere in this area here. In the next 5 days, that's just an assumption. People, I missed that question. Will pharmaceuticals keep tanking on RFK Jr.'s pick? I have no idea what that means. Okay? Now, I know RFK is going to be pointed to some kind of cabinet thingy, but Health in America, Health and Logic, which sadly missing. Anyway. Yeah, Snap-on, in my humble opinion, too. No. Too close to the high, and it's a monthly. Monthlies don't work for me. The numbers just don't work. Okay, user 0011. Okay, you back again. Who's on your Monday list? Ooh, Blue Horseshoe. Who's on my Monday list? Who's on my Monday list? Here we go. Monday. Chevron, Hershey's, UPS, Walgreens, Aflac, Target, Archer Daniels, and Nextera. That's on next week's list. Gotta love stock talk on a Friday night. Ricky, how you doing? Taking a request. CLOV. Never heard of it, dude. And I feel bad when I say no to you. All right, user. Do you sell as soon as the stock hits your 1% profit, or do you wait it out until the end of the week? I wait it out to the end of the week, because when you're doing a covered call, that's what I want to do. It's the simplest, easiest, and safest trading strategy. You buy the stock at $100, you sell someone the stocks that you just bought for $100. You're buying it for 100, you're selling it for 100. The exact same price, or as close as you can get to it. What you're going to collect there is what is called a premium. So the only thing you want the stock to do is just to stay where it is or go up. That's why we look for a rising trend. It doesn't have to be a big rising trend, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money rising trend either. It's just going to stay where it is or go up just a tiny bit. Okay? So stocks move 3 different directions. Up, nowhere, and down. So if you can set it up where you're winning if it goes up, winning if it goes sideways, winning if it goes down, great. You have all 3 things going for you. However, on the downside, you got to limit how far down it goes. I love those trades. Let's go back to where we were. All right. Snap-on's going to be a no. Rick Ree wants to take a look at CLOV. CLOV. Clover Health. Wow, I didn't get to say no to that one. But wait, it could get worse. Let's go down here. Let's put it in CLOV and see how well they pay their dividends. Are they consistently profitable or what? Alrighty. Historical prices, dividends only. Oh no, Ricky Ree. There are no dividends in this time frame, which means that's going to be a no. No dividends, no thank you. No options, no thank you. No weekly options, double no thank you. Sorry. Too late for Doge? I don't do Doge. Okay. Gen Ecstasy. Cool. General Electric, huh? GE. You gotta go with a classic. General Electric is a classic. Now, General Electric is a classic, but wait a minute, I just had it. Consolidated Edison is the king of the kings. They've been around for over 200 years and they still pay out dividends. All right. General Electric, the high of the year, 195, the low of the year, 92. That's over 100% increase in 1 year. From 90 to 195 in 1 year, that's awesome. Okay, so you got a little bit of a pullback. Right, there we go. So here's where we are right now. This is what we're looking at. 30 days ago, we're at 194. The high was 195. She drops. Took 2.5 weeks to hit the bottom at 170. Shoots back up to 188, but now she's falling down to 176. Looks like she's going to keep coming down until she makes that next turn to go back up again. Don't know. We'll see. But it's not. It's going to be a not today. Not today, folks. And I should have my pen because I really should write that one down. Anyway, I was kind of hoping there's a pen under there, but nope. Steve Johnson, NFE, 52-week highs, 42 bucks. What is NFE? New Fortress Energy. Wow. That's dropping. Okay. NFE. That can't be right. All right. Maximum dividends. I'm going to say no. Okay? Now, Steve, the reason I'm saying no, if you can't see these numbers, okay, and I apologize, I don't know how to set it up so that Yahoo is a night vision. Is there a night vision for Yahoo? Nope, it doesn't give no settings. Profile visor, blah 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 blah. No, it doesn't give me anything. Privacy pilot appearance. Nope. That didn't help at all. All right, anyway, no to this one only because it has only 4 years of dividends. That's it, 4. Okay, I like 20 years of dividends. Sorry, Steve. You bricked up. I have no idea what that means. It is a browser plugin. I have no idea what that means either. What browser am I using? Outlook. Microsoft Outlook. Are you bricked up? Okay, user 44028. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Andrea, how are you? What broker do I use? I use Charles Schwab. Miglani? Hello. Amy? Hello. Number 1 question. Are you bricked up? I have no idea what that means. Refiners, no idea. See, I have no idea who Refiners is. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I missed all these questions. Enjoy your show, thanks. Okay, Matthew, what about poor man's covered call instead of standard covered call? Okay, Matthew, awesome idea. I actually do some of those strategies, but not here. Hey, Paul wants to take a look at advanced auto parts. That's a good one. We actually have positions in that one. Okay, so advanced auto parts. Quickly take a look. High is at 90. That was back in March. The low is in November. Looks like 36. She went up. She came down. Now she might be going back up again. That's what we're looking for. Uh-oh. Clean my camera lens. Oh, that didn't help any at all, now did it? How's this? Nope, that didn't do it either. And it's time for a new protective coating. All right. What's up? Michigan, thanks. Clove. We already looked at Clove. Mike Tyson wins tonight. Is that tonight? Camera lens is dirty. Meh, probably. Clean your camera lens. It's either that or I'm developing cataracts all of a sudden. All right. I tried cleaning. I tried to get my finger. I'm probably gonna need to get some. What do you call that? Lens cleaner. We'll have to do that tomorrow. Alrighty. Check PFE, which is Pfizer. Let's do this for a second. Let's try this one more time. One more time. If we try. One. Okay. That must have done it. All right, let's get rid of this light. All right, there you go. That's much better. Come on. All right, that did it better. Okay. That's what happens going out in the woods. Do a search dark mode for all web. Yeah, Milton, you make it sound like I know what I'm doing here. Okay, I don't spend that much time on the computer. I know simple things. I don't know complicated stuff. And I feel bad about that. Okay, what did we say about advanced auto parts? All right, we're on advanced auto parts right at this moment. Here's our high, here's our low. She went up, she went back, big drop, sideways. We're currently at 37.89. So we'd be looking at the 38, and that's 110. That is close to 3%, but not quite there. Now I already have some, so let's zoom in and see which one would work best. Okay, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming back down again. She probably landed around here sometime next week before she turns around again. So I'm not 100% unless. Oh, SendPal thinks I'm lagging in the comments. Terribly sorry, dude. I got 5 cameras going. It's not easy to answer all the questions at the rate they come in. So as she's going, here's the bottom here. It's top here, so she's coming down here, so not quite, if unless you really like it at 37. Okay, because right now it's at 38 and that's 110. Can she go down? Yeah. Will she turn back around? Yeah, but who knows how long. Okay, now I'm not lagging in the comments, it's just keeping up with them because there's so many. All right, dark mode, you decided to buy it on Monday, blah blah blah. I want to put 10K for my son's college funds. Which stock would be good for the next 5 or 10 years? Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, I'm only saying it's a tough one because that's not what I do. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. It was what you're talking about. My idea is active trading. We buy on Mondays, we sell on Fridays. We make 1% a week. That's 50% per year. If you're looking for capital appreciation, you're really in the wrong place, dude. And I hate saying that. We're going to reboot in about 2 seconds. I will leave my number with you. I will help you with the text since since that is my field. Made me a lot. Okay, well, Milton, I'm glad you made money off that. Best if you leave that, Milton, in the TikTok one, because I really don't do YouTube that often, unless you send it right to my email address from there. All right, what was I about to do? Dark mode. Don't know how to do that one. Thank you. Clean your camera lens. Already did that. Vlad on TikTok. Yep. Thoughts of MSTR. MSTR cheese stick. Yeah, no dividends. No thank you. VLO. Yeah, we already looked at VLO. Can we take a look at Walgreens? Yeah, let's take a look at Walgreens. WBA. Okay, so Walgreens high was back in December 26.92. From there, she keeps on dropping, dropping, dropping. Now, we thought we found the bottom right here in September on the 25th. She shoots up, pulls back. Now, apparently, it's looking for a bottom again, or it's going to challenge the current bottom. Okay, she went up, she pulled back. Now, we're going to wait for it to stop and turn back around. So, can't do very much about Walgreens other than just keep an eye on it and wait for it to do better. That did it much better. That's better, 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 better. What did we say about AAP? Didn't we just finish AAP, Advanced Auto Parts? Yeah, well, she made her bottom. She made her high. Okay, if you didn't sell yesterday or the day before, then you missed out because now she's down here again. You got to wait for it to turn around, go back up again. So we're keeping our eye on it because we do have it, which means if we have it, we watch it every single day and we see what happens. So what we're looking for now is once she gets back down here to 36, 37, 36 area, she'll hit a bottom, then she'll turn around and go back up again. I think that's going to be another week or two. Okay? He's going to fuck it up because he's lagging on the comments. Senpai, I have no idea. Senpai? Whatever. Home Depot. Ooh, we the people. I like Home Depot. Now, we did get Home Depot this week. Okay, we jumped. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Okay, we did Home Depot this week. AAP is a roll. Way to go, Milton. I think I rolled my AAP also. Home Depot, Dividend King. They've been in business for over 100 years. Keep getting the wrong way. Here's our high right there, 421. She drops. Okay, the bottom was right around 305. She went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up. Now she's pulling back off of that high. Well, let's zoom on in and see what it looks like. Okay, here's your high here of the year. Then she drops down, turns around, goes back up. Oh, Applied Materials. Hold that thought. Okay, so here's the 30-day bottom. Here's your 30-day top. Now she's pulling back. So, yeah, it's kind of weight on that one. MSTR is a no. How about Caterpillar? Caterpillar looks like the same way. We have our high here at 420. Our bottom's at 240. Well, that's a nice change from 240 to 420. She went up, pulled back, went sideways, or channeling sideways. Shoots up, back down, back up, back down. So she's coming down from the high, which would be right about here. See that? Shoots up, goes sideways. Your 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's pulling back. So again, when it pulls back from the 30-day high, it will find a bottom, turn around, and go back up again. But where is that going to be? Well, we don't know where it's going to be. We just know that it's coming eventually. That's why we look at it every week. Okay? If it fits the criteria. They consistently increase their dividends. Look at the premiums. 385 is going for 465, well over 1.5%. Well, 1.5% is better than 1%. And if 1% is going to give you 50% per year, why the hell not? Zalco, how are you today? Anyway, so you guys have finished with your stocks. So let me take a look at Applied Material. Applied Material, AMAT. Can't get Facebook to work. Applied Material. Here's our high. 255 back in July. Our bottom of the year is around 140. That was last November. So 140 last November, shoots up to 255, drops back down, back up, back down, and had a big drop today. Okay, so Mikey, how you doing? Last 30 days, right? So here's the last 30 days, just going in a nice little channel here between 184 and 193. Okay, but today, big drop. Okay, what's the big drop from? That's going to be important. Is it something that was on the earnings report? And was there an earnings report for Applied Materials? AMAT. No, there's no earnings reports. Okay, there's no earnings reports for Applied Material for this month. So why did it drop from 186 down to 168? That's a big drop. Why did it do that? Here's a good play for you on Monday. With a drop like that, they have what's called a bounce, called DC. Anyway, she drops down. She's going to bounce back up on Monday because that's what they usually do, especially with a big drop like that, and it has nothing to do with earnings because there are no earnings for Applied Materials this month. So why did it drop? That's a good question. Because of ties to China. I don't know. Oh, wait a second. I got the wrong one. AMAT. There it is right there. So I typed in. Remember I tell you the most mistakes you're going to make is by hitting the wrong button? Well, I just hit the wrong button. Here's Applied Materials. So their dividend is the 21st, which is next week. The earnings was yesterday. That's probably why that drop was there. Okay, so that being said, what was the earnings? Yeah, after hours yesterday. That's why the big drop today. Well, there you go. Now we have our answer. So, there's always a chance that the market maker has over-exaggerated the situation. What was the earnings reports? I don't pay attention to earnings because I've seen positive earnings where stocks go down. I've seen negative earnings where stocks go up. Institutional could be sell-off. Any suggestion on what to put on? Oh, Mike, I'm not 100% sure. You're new at this. Okay, just chill, relax, see what you can learn. I'm going to do, Senpei, is that right? Senpei? Walmart? WMT. That's going to be a big fat no. And the reason why I say no to that is I don't like buying at the high of the year. Look at the movement. Went from $50 all the way to $85. That's a $35 increase, which is about a 75% increase in a year. Well, the top was just a couple of days ago. The top was Wednesday. Okay, today's here, 84.25. Wednesday was the high at 85.79. Okay, so now it's coming down. Now that looks like there's profit taking. That sounds about right. Okay, Salco, now it's 100. You actually got to give me that. Jill! PFE. Okay, Harley Davidson PFE. Let's reboot real quick while we do this. Logan, I. What the heck is I, Logan? Intelsat. Intelsat? Yeah, no. Sorry, dude, that's a no. All right, so let's try this again. Come on. Here we go. All right. Let's try that again. So we were looking at Jill wanted to take Jill, what do you want to take a look at? I forget. PFE, Pfizer. PFE, Pfizer. Youch, that's going to be a big fat no. Oh, you want to look at Harley Davidson? Cool. Wait a minute. We looked at Harley Davidson already. We did. Hold that thought. Pfizer's the highs at 31.50. The bottom was today. Today is the new bottom for Pfizer. I'm not quite sure what you want to look at. Okay, with a big drop like that, well, what we're waiting for now is waiting to find the bottom. Look at what it was on Tuesday. Let's zoom in a little closer. See, here is Tuesday right here. Okay, it looked like a 30-day bottom. Wednesday was higher. Thursday opened up higher but ended up down here. Now Friday's way down here. So yeah, we're going to have to wait and find a new bottom and then we'll go from there. I would say mRNA, but it just keeps falling. Yeah. Okay, Jill, we're going to take a look at Harley Davidson. Hold that thought. HOG. Okay, now we already looked at Harley Davidson, but it's so cool. All my stuff is dropping. Oh no, bad fish. How could that possibly be happening? Hey James, how about CVS and Walgreens? All right, we already did Walgreens. Okay, let's take a quick look at Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson's top is at 44, and that was back in April. The bottom was last year. She shot up, pulled back, went sideways. Look at where she is now. She's dropping off of this bottom right there. Now, I remember talking about this not even about 20 minutes ago. Okay, your bottom right here, which was last Tuesday, okay, election day. She went up, pulled back. Now we have 3 days to the upside. That's like a perfect invitation to come on, take advantage of me type scenario. Seasonality. What does it normally do this time of year? Well, check it out. Okay, here's the seasonality chart, which is basically the whole year. January 1st, December 31st. Look at the average movement. The blue line is this year. This is the movement this year. She went up, she went down, she went up, she went down. Now she looks like she should be bouncing again. Well, look at the seasonality. What does she normally do? Okay, January 1st, December 31st. Look at right here in the fourth quarter. She usually goes up. Right here, the fourth quarter. Okay, we're right here. See a little blue dot right there? That's today. From today to the end of the year, she's going to go up to the first week of December. So that's like 2 or 3 more weeks. We can still take advantage of this and then jump out in a week or two. All right, so what do the numbers look like for Harley Davidson? I left my info on the website. All right, Milton, I'll take a gander at it. Currently, we're at 33. Well, the 33s are going for 45 cents. Now, we all know that 45 cents is more than 1% of 33. So, I like everything is moving right along with Harley Davidson, I would say. All right, Jill, mRNA. mRNA. It keeps dropping, kiddo. No, we took a look at this for the past couple of weeks. And as she keeps on dropping, we're looking for it to find a bottom. Okay? We got a bottom here, 1 day, no. Bottom here, 2 days. Third day, no. Bottom here, 1 day up, second day, no. Look at all the bottoms. Not quite making it. Even this one here, bottom 2 days up. The next day should have been time to jump in, but no, she kept on going down. Okay? Very important to take a look at the numbers, see where it's going. Bad fish, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, mRNA, my stuff is dropping. Hey, Jim. Okay, Richard, what about CVS? CVS. Hey, wasn't CVS dropping also? Yeah, look at CVS. 30 days go up here. She drops down, bounces back up, drops again. Now we're looking for a new 30-day bottom. It's just a waiting game with CVS. Where is the bottom going to be? Is it tomorrow? Is it the next day? Is it the next day? Okay, Walgreens, we already looked at, WBA. Again, same thing. We're looking for a new bottom. 30 days ago, there's the bottom of the year. She shoots up. Here's the high of the 30-day period. She drops down today. So we can be watching it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, see what that bottom is. That's a no. What the hell were you thinking? Absolutely. All right, so keep on going. All right, all right, all right. Julie, hi. You want to take a look at Macy's? Macy's, tra-la-la. Okay, so Macy's, the bottom was a year ago, 1214. The top, well, that was in the middle of March at 2208. From the drops, and lately, for the past, what is that, 8 weeks? It's just been channeling, just going, just sideways. Down, up, 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 down. Same thing. Okay, last 30 days. What are we looking at? Okay, take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago, we're at 1520. Shoots up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Now she's going back up again. Well, I'd jump on that pony. I like Macy's. Macy's is consistently giving me a nice premium every year. 1552, the 1550s, they're going for 35. Now, if I bought it first thing Monday morning, 1552, well, the 1550s are going for 35 cents. That's 2%. Now, Macy's have been giving me a nice 1, 2, 3% all year long. Badfish, seasonality. All right, take a look. Well, take a look at Macy's. Here's the seasonality. Same thing with Harley Davidson. Nice to the upside for the next couple of weeks. Top networker, cool beans. Go back to where we were. So you got the seasonality working for you. You got the dividend coming out working for you. You got the fact that they've been in business for over 100 years working for you. She's bouncing off of a 30-day top, 30-day bottom, 3 days to the upside. I'm not quite sure what else you're looking for. Now, I like everything there, but it's not a recommendation. It's just an observation. Difference between the two, observation, not a recommendation. Okay, what do we got? Seasonality. Anthony wants to take a look at Pepsi. Well, I like Pepsi. Because we did a comparison between Pepsi and Coke. We did what was called the Pepsi Challenge. And we looked at the Pepsi stock and how it performed against the Coca-Cola stock. And Pepsi won. All right. Here we go. A year ago, 68, jumps up to 184, drops down to 158. There's our new double bottom. Hit it in June and hit it again today. All right, so she's going to come down, find a bottom, turn around, go back up. That's about it. Not really much more you can say about it. Hey, Bob, how are you? I don't know. My name's not Bob. So 159, look at the 160s. Not quite giving you 1% either. I mean, if you're okay with 0.75% for the week, all right. But Pepsi's one of those big companies, and when you're that big, yeah, you don't really worry too much about the premiums. All right. Oh, Jackpot wants to take a look at Monsanto. Let's take a look at Kohl's first. Kohl's, and then we'll look at Monsanto. Okay. So Kohl's high of the year was $29.41. The bottom was last week, okay, which was $17.44. Look at the movement for the last 30 days. 30 days ago we're at 1950. Shoots up, pulls all the way back up again. Now we're kind of going sideways, or maybe still to the downside. So no, not looking that good this week for Kohl's. Maybe she's going to turn around. Maybe she won't. Don't know. Kohl's, Monsanto. Ooh, Jackpot wants to take a look at Monsanto. Is that M-O-N? M-O-N. No. M-O-N, Monsanto. No options. All right, I don't know what the ticker symbol for Monsanto is. So apparently, I don't buy that one. Pepsi dropped. Hot Cheetos, red, 40 ingredients. Okay. Henry, good vibes. How are you today? All right. Gonna clutter up my screen with that stuff. Mark wants to take a look at GIS, which is General Mills. That's a monthly, dude. Sorry. Say, Mark, you've been here plenty. Okay, you know I don't do monthly optional stocks because the numbers just don't work. Alrighty. All right, you guys don't have anything else? I'll grab something out of my book, and that will be COP, ConocoPhillips. There we go, COP. Take a look at that. What about Sava or RXRX? ACDC, how are you today? What is Sava? SAVA. Okay, it has weeklies, nifty. Let's see how well they actually pay their dividends. SAVA. No dividends, no thank you. Sorry, RXRX. RXRX. Recursive Pharmaceuticals. That's a no also, dude. Okay? I like companies that are consistently profitable. Now, I understand some of you want to find a company that is small and have it grow. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for cash flow, which means I'm looking for a company that's been in business for a very long time. Badfish, you want to take a look at Ford. Ford I can get behind. That's 100 years old. Everybody knows what Ford is. Okay, so Ford is at 11 bucks. The 11 is going for 17 cents. That's over 1%. And it is a 100-year-old company. Tyrese, haven't seen you in a couple of days, brother. How you doing? RK. So wait, let's finish taking a look at Ford first, okay? So last year, Ford's around 1039. The high of the year is 1487. The bottom of the year is 943. Well, for the last, look at this. For the last 3 months, look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, what do you think's coming now? Down, more than likely. Is that always what it's going to do? Well, that's what they always do. They always go up, they always go down. They always go up, they always go down. Well, right now, Thursday, Friday, last week was here at 11:30. Well, now she's coming to the downside. What's wrong with that? It's what it does. Look what it's been doing. What makes you think just because we buy it, it's going to go straight up and not ever come back down again? No, it doesn't work that way. We are small fish in this little puddle. Okay? I'm perfectly happy with 1% a week. I have no need to get anything more. Mark, RK. What the heck is RK? Rocket Lab. Yeah, it's a no. Cava, C-A-V-A. C-A-V. Didn't we just look at this one? Yeah. Cava Group. Don't they like have no dividends at all? C-A-V-A. Yeah, no dividends. What goes up must come down. Spinning wheels got to go round. Seattle area real estate. How are you today? ASML. Never heard of it. ASML. Interesting. 663 bucks. Chipotle, huh, Julie? CME, is that right for Chipotle? Hold that thought for a second. I like the 1% strategy, but when it drops, it's tough. Okay, Badfish, if it drops and you're not making anything, you're buying the wrong stocks. Okay, ASML. All right, let's take a look on their dividends. ASML. Ooh, they do pay dividends. Y'all, come on. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years? Sorry. CMG, damn it. I was close, CME. Wait a minute. CME is Chicago Mercantile, isn't it? Anyway. All right, so no to ASML. Sorry, kiddo. Chipotle, CMG. CMG. Interesting. Well, let's take a gander at CMG. Badfish, you should really join the morning group, and we can even out those losses. All right, because a lot of us in the morning group, we don't have that many losses or any. I have one account that has no losses at all. I don't care about dividends. I'm not 65. Angelo, well, you're definitely in the wrong place. Okay? There's a ass for every saddle, and this saddle here is very slow, very boring, very monotonous. No frills type scenario. We're just looking for a simple, safe, predictable income. Okay? And I'm sorry you don't like dividends. Okay? More for me. There you go. More for me. CMG. All right. The high of the year, 69. The bottom of the year, 42, 43. I respect that. Thank you, Mr. Angelo. Joanne, we already looked at McDonald's, and McDonald's is a no. Sorry. D, we'll take a look at Merck in a little bit. Okay, so she shoots up, pulls back, shoots up again, pulls back again. What's going on now? Well, waste management. That's WM. Look at Chipotle. Down, up, down, up. Now she's coming down. Chipotle is one of those that we'll have to take a look at and watch it as it moves along. Okay? D wants to take a look at MRK. Sorry, dude. Don't get me wrong. Merck is on my list, but I like to take a look at it. And look, I'll be watching it over the next couple of weeks until it finds that bottom, turns around, goes back up again. Because that's all they do. They go down to a certain point, turn around, go back up again. Waste management, WM. Monthly, it's going to be a no. TSN. What the? TSN. Tyson Foods, no. But you know what is good? TSM. Okay? Not TSN, TSM. Taiwan Semiconductors. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. It's coming down. Maybe not at this moment in time. CAG, I'm stuck. Do you sell calls below your cost base? Badfish, yes, I do. Let's take a look at CAG. CAG. Conagra. Wow. Okay. Now, I don't remember if Conagra ever came across my computer as a possibility. So, I remember looking at it once or twice. All right, so I don't know what you jumped in at. Currently, the premiums are horrible. $26.95, you're looking at the 27s, you barely get your 1% at the money. Out of the money, you're getting nothing. So you'll see some companies, hold on, let's go take a look at 14 strikes. Now, yeah, hold tight, you guys. Badfish, are you seeing this? Now, when I say the premiums aren't that great, all right, at the money right now is paying 20 cents to 40 cents. So you might get your 1%. But once you go one strike out of the money, well, you're down below 0.5%. And then two strikes out of the money, you got nothing. And then all the way nothing, all the way down the bottom. This is one of those tricky plays you really got to watch out for. Because just because, you know, the chart looks good and the numbers look good, well, if the numbers below aren't that good, then it's, watch Dell. Okay? DELL. Okay, at the money right here, it's 320. Look at as it goes down out of the money. There's still lots of meat on those potatoes. Meat on those bones, whatever. But look, all the way down, it's not zero. Okay, so by buying a company like that, and that's not the only one. Look at Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer, the exact same thing. Okay, at the money, look. At the money, it's 33. One strike out of the money, it's 4. It's horrible. And then you go 2 strikes out, then you're down to 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, it's not always, sometimes you get a great company, but a crappy market maker because the market maker is the one who comes up with these numbers. And if he's got 2 strikes out of the money and he's at 0, it's almost worthless. So let's get back to the one you were talking about, CAG. CAG. So, yeah, I don't know why you even bought that in the first place, okay? But here's the thing. At $26.95, at the money, you're getting your 1%. 1 strikeout, you're not. Underneath that, you're getting nothing. So to get out of this one, basically, I would roll it. Even rolling it forward is going to be tough because of the premiums are so bad. You should always, when I tell people, it's always, always, always about the numbers and the details. And if you miss something like this, if and when, because that's all stocks do, they go up and they go down. And if you think you're going to buy something and it's not going to go down, you're sadly mistaken. Every investor, unless your name's Pelosi, of course, but every investor will buy something and it will go down. It's just, wait for it to go back up again. Well, because at some point in time, how low do you think this company can actually go? Conagra Brands is a huge company. Okay, but as she's falling, at what point will she turn around and go back up again? As you can see, each low point, here's a low here, okay, and then nothing, and then another low here, and then nothing, another low here, and then nothing, another low here, and then nothing. Well, here's another low. What's going to happen next? Is Conagra Brands at its bottom, or is it going to keep going up? Eventually. Because eventually it will find the bottom, turn around, and go back up again. Eventually. But we don't know when that's going to be. B wants to take a look at Albemarle, A-L-B. Oh. Oh, look at this one. Okay, bad fish. Take a look at this. Okay, 1 strike out of the bank. Look at the numbers. The numbers still look healthy, even 7 or 8 strikes out of the money. You're still getting something. And something is better than nothing. So whenever you buy a stock, always pay attention to the numbers. Anyway, that's Albemarle. The high of the year, 153, 154, that's somewhere in that area. 72, 73 is the bottom. She goes sideways for a bit, drops to the bottom, comes back up. The high of the time frame that we're looking at was Monday. Tuesday's down, Wednesday's up, down. So yeah, here's a 30-day high here. Now she's coming down. Your 30-day bottom somewhere around here, around the 93. But look at that. 14 here, right there. Okay, here's the last 30 days. Look at this support right here. Albemarle, the $93 area. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days, 8 days, that it wouldn't go below 93. Oh, that's your support. Okay, support is here at the bottom, like where it won't go below. So apparently, the people have spoken. 93 is the bottom. Okay, where's the top? Okay, people buy at 93, it gets up to 112, you take your profits, it comes back down, we buy some more, then it goes back up, we take our profits, it goes up, it goes down, that's all they do. 3 little munchkins sitting in a tree wants to take a look at PPG, not just PG, Procter & Gamble. Here we go. Ooh, this one looks interesting. Here's the high of the year, 178. The bottom, wait a minute, that was in early September. Here's your bottom, 142. That was in mid-December. All right, nice rise. Okay, from the bottom here to the top. Well, from the top, here she goes. Down, up, down. Now she's coming up, and it looks pretty, pretty. You like that word? It looks very pretty. Right there. Take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago was that 30-day high. Last week was the 30-day bottom. Look at that nice run-up, and it still has more space to look at. That's Procter & Gamble. They've been in business for over 100 years. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Seasonality. That's what I was looking for. Oh, no, that doesn't look that bad. Okay, so look at the last quarter. Okay, here's the last quarter right here. Nice upward trend for the end of the year. Nice way to finish off the year. So you get the seasonality going for you, get the dividends going for you. They consistently increase it. They are a dividend king, which means they have increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. That's 5 decades. Some of you people in the audience aren't even that old yet, and they're paying dividends and increasing them higher and higher every year. Well, it's not a no, it's like a why not? Well, it should be in your portfolio, even if you use it to measure other companies by. Procter and Gamble is one of those companies that other companies aspire to be like. You know, in business for over 100 years. Okay, a dividend king, which means they've increased their dividends for more than 5 decades consistently. Anyway, what's next? Next, we have Cisco, CSCO, three little munchkins sitting in a tree, wants to take a look at CSCO. All right, CSCO, Cisco, that's going to be a no for Cisco. Seattle real estate. Oh, I was going to expect another question from you. Alcon, is that tonight? I would like to see him punch that fool out. Okay. Highs there. We're coming bouncing. Yeah, we're bouncing off that high. Okay, she goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back, up, pulls back. Yeah, she's going to consolidate, find something, turn around, go back up again. I'd like to see some of the highlights, you know? But I think Tyson's going to kick his butt. You know, even at Mike's age. I wouldn't get in the ring with him, I'll tell you that much. All right, last 30 days. Here we go. Yeah. Up, down, up. Now she's coming down. So it's going to be a no for Cisco this time around. Wait another week or so and see what happens. We're at 10:30, and my eyes are already starting to lose focus. That's not a good sign. All right. All right, you guys don't have anything to look at, so, Lucid, LCID. Miglani, LCID. Yeah, Lucid Group. Well, let's take a look and see how well they pay their dividends. LCID. Sorry, kiddo, no dividends, no thank you. Okay? The name of the station or the name of the channel or the name of the show, whatever you want to call it, dividend for cash flow. Okay. No. Big Zig or Bibzig. Bibzig, how are you doing today? Julie, MPW. Alrighty, I like MPWs. Matter of fact, I actually have some MPW. It's weird. MO. To Altria and Lilly in the gap. Okay, slow down a little bit. Slow down. Okay, we take a look at MPW, Altria, then Eli Lilly, and then the gap. All right, MPW. She's coming off of a high. The 30-day bottom was a couple of days ago. Shot up, pulling back. Yeah, she's going to find a bottom sooner or later before she goes back up again. Look where it is. 30 days ago. We're up here. Okay, drops, back up, back down, back up, back down. She should consolidate somewhere around here before she turns around and goes back up. But it's MPW is one of those companies we look at every day because a lot of us in the trading group actually have some MPW because the numbers just work so well. Okay, currently right now at 430, the 450s are going for 5, which is over 1%. And $4.50 for a stock is very cheap. For those of you who don't have a lot of money, you need something to work with. Well, $3.50 per share is not that bad, and you're making over 1% every week. That being said, let's take a look at Altria, MO. Altria is going to be a no right off the bat. Don't even want to bother looking at it. Sorry, Alcon. It's at the high of the year. That's an automatic no right off the bat. Frank, Eli Lilly. Is that LLY? Other than it being out of my price range, all right? Other than being out of my price range, look, Again, we're looking for a bottom. It's dropping. As soon as it finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up. Maybe, maybe not. Miglani, AT&T. Going back to the classics, huh? Okay, Miglani. There's the high right here. Okay, I don't like buying at the high of the year. Okay, you get all this profit taking waiting to take place. I don't want anything to do with it. Yes, Julie, I know that MPW has a high dividend, but if it's in a downtrend, even if the dividend is high, why would I want to take that risk? Right? But that's something you could take into consideration. When does MPW have its dividend? Well, it's not showing up for November. MPW. Okay, so MPW is having its earnings. Well, they already had their earnings, but the dividends aren't showing up. What did they do last year? Ah, the first week of December. KK, what would your top 3 right now, what sectors should we be looking at? All right, KK, my top 3 is going to be Macy's, Kohl's, and what was that other one? At this moment in time, Harley Davidson. Yeah, so apparently MPW doesn't have its dividend until the first week of next month. So that doesn't do us any good whatsoever. MPW, top. What about Home Depot for next week? Thawkins, I think we already looked at Home Depot this afternoon. This evening. Home Depot. Yeah, we did, because I jumped in at 410, and it's at 408 at the moment. Okay, the high's right here, 421, 30 days ago. Okay, last Wednesday was our 30-day bottom. She shoots up. 3 days to the backslide. Yeah, not a good time to jump in, but wait for it to turn around. What about Home Depot? We looked at that one. What is? I have no idea what is means, KK. Oh, what are you mean? What are my top 3? Okay, I just told you. SoFi. No, Miglani, I don't like SoFi. The reason why I don't like SoFi, SOFI. SoFi, there are no dividends in the time frame selected. Sorry, Miglani, no dividends, no thank you. Duke, someone wants to take a look at Duke Energy, DUK. I don't think I've ever bought Duke Energy. And it's because it's a monthly optionable stock. I don't like monthly optional stocks because they are over this way. It's getting late, I'm getting tired. Over this way, it's a monthly optional stock. I don't like them, they just don't work for me. Frank, Bank of America, BAC. That's going to be a no, dude, only because it's at the high of the year. Okay? The high. Why would you buy a stock at the high of the year? Okay, look at it. It goes up, it comes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, what do you think it's going to do next? Don't forget my gap. Julie, I did forget about it. What is a monthly optionable stock? Oh, Marketing Life with Tina. Tina, that's a good question. All right, Miss Tina, let's see if I can do this. Simplify it as easy as possible. Okay, Miss Tina, do you see this right here? This is a calendar. Each one of these dots represents a company that pays a dividend. A dividend is a portion of the company's profits that the company shares with you and me. We are the investors. When we buy the stock, we become shareholders, investors, however you want to look at it. Collier, how are you doing there? So, if I want to buy a stock, that has a dividend on it. Now, the reason why I look at dividends is because stocks go up just before the dividend's paid. So knowing when a stock is going to move, whether it moves a lot or whether it moves a little, is really irrelevant as long as it's consistent and moves predictably. All right, wait a second. I'm still answering Tina's question. So we want to look at a stock that's getting ready to pay a dividend. And the reason for that is because we know the stock's going to go up in value. Great. So then we want to put it into the trade grid. Now, the trade grid right here, here's the stock information. The last traded price or the close of the day, the open, the high, the low, the bid, the ask, the volume. This is all the information on the stock up here. Yeah, that might make it easier. All the information on the stock is up here. Okay? Now, a stock option allows you to sell the stock at a certain price by a certain date. That's called an option. Okay, there are call options and there are put options. I don't teach put options here. I only teach call options, and only one strategy. That is the covered call, because it's the simplest, easiest, and safest and most predictable. All right, that being said, if you look at the dates here, 15 November, that's today. 22 November, that's next Friday. 29 November, that's 2 Fridays away. 6 December, that's 3 Fridays away. 13 December, every 7 days there's an option that's going to expire. That is a weekly option. Now, not all companies have weekly options. Okay? So, this company, Bank of America, just so happens to have weekly options. Now, a company such as this, November, December, January, March, June, September, monthlies. That means you can only do an option, a stock option trade on this company once per month. So once per month with a monthly optionable stock, or once per week with a weekly optionable stock. So that's why I say only weekly optionable stocks, because I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent win for me. 1% a week is over 50% a year. It allows me to live my lifestyle very comfortably, and I enjoy it. So that's the difference between a monthly optional stock and a weekly optional stock. Not all stocks have options. Very few have weekly options. It just so happens that there's about 300 companies that I personally like that have weekly options and have increased their profits for more than 2 decades. KK, are energy stocks hitting a bottom and recovering soon? Okay, so apparently you're new here. You weren't paying attention to what I was saying. KK, I only categorize my stocks or itemize my stocks by the date in which they pay their dividend. That is it. My number one criteria is, are they, well, I have 2 criteria, but my number one is, are they consistently profitable? Okay, is the company consistently profitable? Well, great. That's half of my list. The other half is weekly options. Well, that's the 2 things I'm looking for. Every single company you see on here has a weekly option and has increased profits for over 2 decades. That's 20 years. And just before the little green dot, the EX dividend date, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. So if I buy it, I'm going to buy it 2 weeks before. On a Monday, I'm going to do a covered call because it's the simplest, easiest, and safest strategy there is. But it's got to be a company that I know of, I heard of, or understand. And it's got to have all the numbers working in my favor. All right. So Julie wants to take a look at the gap. No, I don't want to see that. I hit the wrong button. See, I do that once in a while. Gap. G-A-P. Now, as you can see, first thing I look for, okay, before I even look at the chart, okay, is it a monthly or a weekly? First thing, because if it is, then it's worth looking at. So very first thing takes a half a second. All right, it's a weekly. Great. Then this takes 3 seconds, right? Simple, 3 seconds, ready? High, low, was, is, where is it going? Maybe 4 seconds. Where's the high? Right there. Where's the low? Right there. Where was it a year ago? Right there. Where is it now? Right here. Trace it with your fingers, up, down. That's basically what it does. That's the 1 year chart. After that, I want to take a look at the numbers. The last trade right here, 21.52, well, now I can buy it at 21.80. 21.80, the closest strike price is going to be the 22. And the 22 is going for $1.19. So you take the profit, $1.19, $1.19, and you divide it by the purchase price, 21.80, and you come up with a rate of return of 5.4% for the week. The big question should be, actually there should be a few. Number one is, do I like this company, the Gap? Number two is, do I like the Gap at this current price? Number three is, what is the chart telling me? Well, the chart's telling me no at the moment. Okay, 30 days ago, here we are at 22. Jumps up to 22.80, drops down to 20.60, back up to 23, back down. See, it's currently in a downward motion. Somewhere the bottom's around here somewhere. So I figured 4 or 5 days, maybe should hit bottom, turn around, go back up. So I like the Gap. It is on my list, okay, but not this week. Okay, I want to find the bottom first, turn around, then go back up. User 1994 wants to take a look at Boeing. BA. Do I like BA? Hell no, look at that. Okay, so we're looking for a bottom on BA. There's quite a bit of stocks we're looking for the bottom on. Okay, today and yesterday, very similar closes and very similar bottoms. But today is actually lower than it was yesterday. So today is the 30-day bottom. KG, are energy stocks hitting the bottom and recovering soon? Told you I don't do it that way. Dow. Who wants to take a look at the Dow? Uh-oh. There it is right there. Steve wants to take a look at Dow. DOW. Another one, Dow Chemical, looking for the bottom again. Uh-oh, I missed that question. Did you already look at AMD? AMD? No. AMD is Advanced Micro Divisions. That's a no. No dividends, no thank you. I get AMD and ADM a little confused. ADM is a definite yes. AMD is a definite no. Okay, there's a difference between ADM and AMD. All right, where do we find the calendar? Think. It's not sink, it's think. Think, not swim. Okay, anyway. Tina, okay. How do I get into this as a beginner? Well, number one, you need to ask yourself a couple of questions. Number one is, does it make sense? So if you're thinking of joining, well, a couple of questions. Number one, does it make sense? Number two, can I picture myself doing this? Why is everyone buying Bitcoin? Not everyone. I ain't buying it, so that's not everyone. You mean a lot of people buying it? That's a different story. A lot of people buying and everyone, two totally different subjects. Yeah, this part of we is not buying Bitcoin because it's not legal tender. All right, so Tina, number one question, does it make sense? Is it something you think you can do? Is it something you think you should do? Those are the first ones. Okay, what is it worth to you is totally irrelevant. The first two questions should be the most important. Does it make sense? Is it something I think I can do? Is it something I want to do? And then from there, you just join the morning trading group. Then we walk you through everything. We help you set up your account. So your account's set up similar to mine. It makes it a lot easier to follow along. Now, not everybody in the trading group has Thinkorswim. Some people have Robinhood. Some people have Fidelity. Some people are in different countries, so they have to do that a little bit differently. Alcon, HE, Hawaiian Electric, no. They stopped paying dividends a while ago. It's not going to be a yes for quite a while. GE, we already looked at GE. Where do I find the calendar? Steve Johnson, where do I find the calendar? At the very top of your screen, it will say monitor, trade, analyze, scan, marketplace. Where are we? Right there. Marketplace, charts, tools, education, help. So as you bring your cursor over to the market watch, see the drop down window that pops up? Look at the very bottom. It says calendar. Good evening. Have you heard of crypto Raincoin? Was that? Only 1 million coins, totally decentralized. Cool beans, never heard of them? Don't care. All right, so that being said, let's continue. But the Dow, big drop. Again, one of those companies where we are going to sit, watch, and wait for it to find its bottom. Now, I like 2 days the upside. Okay? So Monday, Tuesday, if they're up, great, then I'll be jumping on Wednesday. 2 days the upside after a third bottom. How about Intel? Ooh, I like Intel. Did we do Intel already? INTC, or did we just look at it? Okay, Intel. First thing we want to see on Intel, here's the high, 51. See it? Way up, 51. She drops all the way down to hit the bottom at 18. Now she's bouncing back up again. Okay, looks interesting. Now, a year ago, we were at 40.21. The high of the year was in December, the end of December, at 50.76. Oh, wait a minute, that was January, was the top. Sorry. Falls, go sideways. Falls, go sideways. Falls, go sideways. Oh, channeling, same thing. So where are we now? Look at the last 30 days. Okay, last 30 days. Way over here at 21. Drops down here, finds the bottom at 21.50. Shoots on up to 26. Back down, back up, back down. So she's coming to the downside at the moment. Just keep an eye at it. Look at it, where the bottom is. 2 days to the upside, then decide whether or not it makes sense to you. That's one of my main concerns, is does it make sense? Okay, let's take a look at more questions. Thank you, Miglani. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I had a question. There it is right there. Can you name on those companies which give dividends and weekly options? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, because I've been doing this long enough, I can take a look at a company and basically know off the top of my head whether or not it has weekly options. And every single thing I look at has dividends. And not everything I put up on the screen for you guys to look at. You guys have me looking at a whole bunch of weird stuff. Okay, because I just take a look. You got CNQ, perfect example. Have I ever heard of CNQ? CNQ. Hell no. That's a no. Reason being, it's a monthly optional stock. Monthly optional stocks just don't work. All right? And then another one. JMC wants to take a look at SCHD. That is a double hell no. Okay, take a look. Seriously, dude. Look at the numbers. Wherever you find your financial information, take a look at every single dividend they have ever paid. How far back do they go? Okay, they don't have that much history to them. They are not consistently profitable. And then take a look at what the current yield is. If you don't do dividends, if you don't do options, if you don't do anything else, if you just put your money in SCHD, what are they paying you? Okay, so let's go to Yahoo Finance. We'll put in SCHD, all right? And we'll wait for it to pop up. Here are the dividends, okay? Uh-oh, got a question over here. Slime time. Hey, Mr. James, is there a problem with selling covered calls below my cost basis and then rolling it as the price goes up? Nothing wrong with that at all, as long as the numbers work. It's always, always, always going to be a numbers game. What are you putting up? What are you getting in return? How long do you have to hold it? All these things that all come down to numbers. Okay, so we're taking a look at this moment, SCHD. Let's go all the way back to the very first dividend that they're paying I don't have to look at it. 2019 is the very first dividend. Well, let me think. 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's 6 years. This company's only 6 years old. Okay, most companies don't get past 3 to 5 years. Okay, so this one's at 6. Great, it's on the next phase. 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 actually makes it to 10. This hasn't even made it to 10 years yet. Okay, but wait, it gets worse. Seriously, it does. Let's take a look at the numbers. Starts out at 35 cents per share. Okay, then it cuts it in half down to 14. Well, actually, it's worse than half. Okay, half would be 17. This is 14. That's like a 55% decrease. Okay, no. All right, then she goes up to 16. Then she goes to 47, nice. And then she cuts it back down to 15. Then 15, then 18, then 60 to 50 to 18 to 59 to 62 to 52 to 23 to 21 to 20 to 22, then to 82, then to 25. No, it's up, down, up, down. But wait, it does get worse, if you can believe it. So let's go to the summary, SCHD. Summary tells you if you invest your money, right now it's $28.63 per share. Take a look at what your yield is. Hold on a second. Slime, hold on. The yield. Year-to-date total profit, 17%. Not that good. The yield, 3.46. Do you understand that? 3.46. I get 3% from Harley Davidson for 1 week. This is 3.4%. Ooh, that's better. For the whole year. Big difference. 3% a week is freaking huge. 3%, well, what is 3% a week? Because 1% a week is 52% per year. 2% is 104, 3% like 150% per year. And this one's giving 3%? Yeah. Some hell no. Double hell no. SCHD. It's always about the numbers. Do you trade full-time for a living? No, I trade 15 minutes a day. That's it. CMCST, Comcast. 3 little munchkins sitting in the tree. One wants to take a look at Comcast, please. All right, anyway. Slime time. If you had an extra $1 million to spend next week, but could only sell 1 covered call, what would it be? Harley Davidson. Oh, wait a minute. No, we were looking at a couple of them that had really good premiums. We were looking at them earlier today, and it's like, oh, I should write that one down. And I don't know where my pen is. I haven't wrote it down. Home Depot was pretty good. There was a couple. I forget which one it was. But that's a good question, though. Let's go on. Okay. 3 little munchkins. Comcast. CMCSA. That's a bummer. The reason being, like, now Comcast has been in business, I think, 1964. That's when they first started going in business. They have over 64 million customers paying them every single month. Can you imagine that? 64 million customers paying them every single month. And if you ask for what? Well, digital data. That's it. Anyway. Adam Thunderbolt, TLT. What the heck is TLT? Wait a second. Yeah, all right. So Comcast, before we even go any further, okay, it's coming off a 30-day high. It's coming to the downside. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days to the downside. Eventually, it will fall its bottom before she goes back up again. Walmart has earnings next week. Premiums are great, but Walmart is too high. Yeah, we already looked at Walmart earlier today, and we decided Walmart's at the high of the year. No, thank you. All right, so that's Comcast. We're going to wait to find the bottom on that one. Adam wants to take a look at TLT. No idea who they are. Let's see if I'm right. iShares yet? No. Look at how choppy it is. Okay, almost guaranteed TLT probably doesn't have 20 years of dividends either. TLT. Oh, iShares 20-year Treasury bond, 90 bucks. It's paying 3.95%. Well, other than the fact that that's horrible, TLT's a no. Yeah, I know it's a no, but somebody wants to take a look at it, so let's go through the actions. Okay, so here's the dividends. Well, they have plenty of dividends. Wow, they do, and they pay monthly. Okay, so from 2002, okay, they've been paying dividends since 2002. So 37, 34, 39, 39, 45, 31, okay, 47, 40, 38, 37, 35, 42, 40, 36, 35, 33, 32, 34, 36, 37, 36, 34, 38, 35, 28, 33, 35, 33, 33, 34, 35, 30, 31. Not consistently going up at all. Uh-oh, now it's decreasing. 20s, then back into the 30s, back into the 20s. Okay, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 19, 18, 17. What is this going backwards? 13 days until Thanksgiving. What's your favorite dish? Sweet potatoes? I'd say the cranberry sauce. It's my favorite. All right, so this one, not consistent at all with their dividends. Look, look. Currently, the dividend's 31 cents. Okay, let's go 32, 31, 32. Okay, 2009, it was 32, 31, 32. 2009. Okay, 2003, 31, 38, 47. This thing hasn't increased at all. There's like, it's almost the exact same. Anyway, that's TLT. But if you like it, it pays monthly dividends. But, and this is a big but, monthly dividends, and it's paying 3.95%. That's a 4% per year yield. 4% per yield. I got 3% on Harley Davidson for 1 week. That's crazy. There was one trade we saw tonight that was a 7% trade. I don't remember which one that was. I told you guys, someone to remind me which one it was. All right, so TLT is a no. Okay, could have figured that one out. Where do you check to see when they pay? Joe Venn, how are you today? Market Watch. Okay, good question. See the calendar right here? These little green dots? Those are the dividends. Okay, that's when the company's going to pay a dividend. Next tier energy, right here on the 22nd, next Friday. That's the dividend. If you want to collect the dividend, you got to buy it the day before, or week before, 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before, any date before the EX date to get the dividend. Now, there's 4 dates to remember. Date number 1 is the announcement date. That's right over here. Okay, announcement date. Date number 2, EX dividend date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend's paid out. You know? Date number 3, the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record, okay, is entitled to the dividend. Number 4, dividend payment date. That's when you actually collect the money. Okay, Isaiah Martinez, Tyson or Paul? Real quick, I like Tyson. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Okay, Ben, we already looked at MRK earlier today. XRP is not a dividend stock. Down, is down a dividend stock? DOWN. Sorry, not a dividend stocks. XRP, not a dividend stock. Okay. Can you be my coach? Sure. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I take Tyson. Okay, you just take a look at the way Mike Tyson was raised, his background. That boy knows hunger. That boy knows fear. That boy knows anger. He knows a lot of shit. You know, Jake Paul, nah, spoiled little rich kid dancing on YouTube. Nah, he has no clue what Tyson can do. Jovan, like that? Cool beans. Delvana, how are you today? Ooh, Seattle Real Estate wants to chime in with CWD. What the heck is that? CWD, CWD. No dividends. Oh, CDW. CDW. Totally different corporation. Monthly, no. ConocoPhillips. Didn't we take a look at ConocoPhillips already? Garcia, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? ConocoPhillips, COP. ConocoPhillips. Little too close to the high. See where it is? 30 days ago, we're at 105. She drops down to 101. Shoots up to the high of the year, 115. Pulls back up. Okay? Now, could it be into a new trading range? Could be. You skipped Coney. I was kind of hoping you wouldn't point it out because Coney is a piece of crap and a half, in my humble opinion, of course. So let's put in Coney, C-O-N-Y. Number one, it's a monthly. That's a no right off the top. But considering it is one of those stocks that people try to stuff down your throat, C-O-N-Y. Do you see what it says right there for the yield? 168% yield. That means for every dollar you put in, at the end of the year, you will get 168% back. 168% return. But here's the catch. Take a look at the historical performance. Dividends only, and all the dividends. Okay? Just over 1 year, 1 year, 1 month. Okay? Why do you think the dividends are so high? Because they're trying to sucker you into buying that piece of crap. Now, the reason why I say that, number one, it's a monthly, means you can't do it every single week. That's a no. But look at the dividends. 121, 108, 246, 269, 108, 166, 279, 228, 170, 157, 101, 104, 111, 202. No consistency whatsoever. Okay, and it's only a little over a year old. Most new companies don't make it past 3 to 5 years. This one's trying to sucker you in, get all your money, and they call bankruptcy and they leave. Well, who the hell can give 168% consistently? Nobody. Sorry, but I didn't get how to find out if a stock is a dividend stock. Oh, well, that's the easy part. Who's that? Oh, first time with me in a few weeks. May have come across a while ago. I always appease. I remember you stopping here once or twice. I always found that as an interesting name. ELN. Ellen. Sorry, but I didn't get how to find if it's a dividend stock. Well, that's simple. You go here, whoops, here, and then we're going to go to a company called Finviz. Finviz.com. That's financial visualizations, and we're going to take a look at their screener. Now, here we go, Finviz. Take a look at the screener. Now, the screener screens every single stock in the stock market. All right, and that just so happens to be they added more companies. 9,746 companies now. The number changes every day. So between 9,746 companies. All right. First thing you want to do, and it's free, okay? Go up to here, dividend yield. Click on that. And if you put positive dividend, these are companies that have all giving you a positive dividend, there is 5,501. Okay, that's a lot to choose from. So how do you figure it out? There you go right there. Let's get rid of this. And let's slide down. Well, take a look. Allegiant, Alcoa, Alternative Access, First Priority CLO Bond ETF, Advisor Shares Dorsey, blah, 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 Atlantic, Aon, Advanced Auto Parts, Granite Shares, Duxa, blah, 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 blah. That will give you every single stock from 1 to 5,501. That's all of them. Right there, listed off. Okay, that's 1 through 20. Here's 40 through 80, whatever. But look, all over the place. S and the C's. Okay, there's the G's. It's a lot of companies. Okay, and they all pay a dividend. But this website will not let me know if they're weekly optionable stocks, but tell me if they're options, but not weeklies. So it's kind of like, all right, interesting information, but it doesn't really help me in the long run. All right, that being said, I've just been adding into Microsoft and Google. Well, there's nothing wrong with that at all, okay? I mean, Microsoft and Google, I don't do either one. Well, I do Microsoft once in a while, but not really because it's out of my price range. MSFT. Okay, it's $4.19. But if you're only doing is just adding stocks to it, just adding money to your position, yeah, look. A year ago, 360. She went up, she went down, she went up, she went down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's at 415. So she was 370, and now she's at 415. Well, you missed out on $65 of profit right here. Okay, so here's an idea. What if you look at it on a weekly basis? What if you buy it low, sell high? Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So as the stock drops, that's when you buy. As it goes up, that's when you sell. Okay, you buy low, you sell high. Look at all the opportunities you missed out on. And here's the big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now coming into position number 18. So you could have done it 18 times with Microsoft. Okay, the last 30 days for Microsoft. Okay, she went up, she went down. She went up, she came down. Imagine that. She went up, she came down. She went up, she came down. 415, the 415s right now are going for 465. So if you bought it at the market, at the open, you'd be looking to pay $415.14. You sell someone the right to buy it from you for the exact same price you just paid for it, and you're getting your 1% right there. So is it a good company? Well, of course, Microsoft has been around a long time. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's take a look at the dividends for Microsoft, MSFT. We're only going to go back just a few years. I'm not going to do the whole thing because Microsoft goes all the way back. Okay, we're going to go back to 2003. Okay, that's 21 years. Now, it goes from 8 to 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75. Each and every number got higher and higher and higher every single year. More and more and more profits to the shareholders. That was Microsoft. Those are the ones I like. You can take a look at any of the dividend kings, any of the dividend aristocrats. Oh, that was a good one. Wow. So Google is a no. Google just started paying dividends. ARTNA. Who the heck is ARTNA? Artesian. No. Imagine that. Hey, Stan, how are you? Ford. We already looked at Ford today. I bought Microsoft at $250. Well, dude, it ain't a profit until you take it. You can hold on to it forever if you want. How long have I been on? Since 9 o'clock. Okay, I usually on from 9 to 11:30 every night. MSR. MSR. Mushrooms Incorporated. Yeah, no. Bless you. Thank you. Bless you. UNC. All right. Is Tesla still a good option? No, not at all. TSLA. Okay, look what it's doing. Now, if you like Tesla, not a problem. I got nothing against the company. I don't buy it because they don't have dividends. No dividends, no thank you. No weekly options, no thank you. Sell puts on Microsoft. That sounds like a logical idea. But what does Microsoft usually do this time of year? Okay, am I going to sell them into a rising star? No, it's just going to go sideways. Nothing big to see there, just sideways. No big up movements, no big down movements in the fourth quarter for that. Who's that? Tesla. UNC is Uncle. I have no idea what UNC is. UNC. Nothing there. No options. No thank you. That's what it says. All right. So how about gas and oil industry? All right, Jeff. No, it means uncle. Really? Okay. Not quite sure why. But anyway, how about gas and oil? So Jeff, you're under the impression that I separate all my picks by industry. No, or sector. Industry, sector, same thing. Okay, no, I don't. I itemize my stocks by the dates in which they pay their dividends. Look at this date right here, the 18th, which is Monday. Chevron, Hershey's, UPS, Walgreens. Okay, gas, chocolate, delivery services, and pharmacy. They have nothing in common except they're paying their dividend on the 18th. That's it. PAA, is that Plains All American? PAA. Plains All American. Interesting. Now, PAA is on my list. Okay, the high of the year was 1918, and that was in the middle of July. The bottom of the year was in December, and that was 1445. So she shoots up, hits this trading range for the whole year. Look at that. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Look at this movement right here. Last 30 days. Okay, she came down. Here's our 30-day bottom. Shoots up to the 30-day top. What usually happens at 30-day top? Profit taking. Now, get profit taking all the way down to a down day, okay, the low, and 2 days to the upside, 1, 2. So apparently Monday, if she opens up higher, it's jump in day. Okay, fine. Well, Plains All American is going to be a no. And the reason why, even though the numbers look good, now we had a conversation about this earlier today. Just because the chart looks awesome, great time to jump in, but 1727, I'll be looking at the 1750s, and what are they going for? Nothing. That's going to be a no. RCL, what the heck is RCL? Royal Caribbean. Oh, imagine that. Royal Caribbean's going to be a no. I don't know what would make you think that I would buy anything at a high of the year. Adam, Jake, or Tyson? Tyson, come on. Who are you kidding? A-N-D. No, A-N-D isn't going to be a no. I have no idea who A-N-D is. Yeah, no. Yeah, no thank you. All right. Next on my list, GLW, which I believe is Corning, ARM. ARM. Wow, look at those premiums. Nice. All right, unfortunately, looking for a bottom. Look at the movement though. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it's going to turn eventually because it already broke through the 30-day bottom. Okay, so it's looking for a new bottom. Once it finds it, it's going to shoot to the upside. Normally, usually. That being said, what's next? GLW, Corning. Okay, that's going to be a no. You're looking for the bottom there. Look, see, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming down. Again, we're going to find the bottom somewhere around here when we do. MRK, Brad, we already looked at MRK today. Okay, the screen behind me is live on YouTube. It is being recorded, so you can go back and look at it later. Max, what was the last one? Corning. Max, M-A-X, M-A-X. That's a no. I don't like monthlies. The numbers usually never work. Okay, and Carlito's Way, already did CVS. Alrighty. Next on the list, Alcoa, AA. Interesting. Yeah, that's going to drop like a rock. Yeah. Ooh. Victor, come on. We already said O is a piece of crap, in my humble opinion. Sorry for those of you who like O. The numbers just don't work. Take a look at the rate of return it's offering. I believe it's below 3 or 4%. Yeah, Carlito's Way, we already looked at ET, Energy Transfer. It was already a no earlier today. O's a no. Amazon's a no. Amazon doesn't have dividends. No dividends, no thank you. Okay. Serve, never heard of them. S-E-R-V. Okay. It's at $8 at the moment. Let's see how well they pay their dividends. S-E-R-V. No dividends, no thank you. VET. VET. Vermilion Energy. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so 2010 to now, that's 14 years. Only 14 years. They pay every month. Okay, so in 2010, 19 cents. 2011, 19 cents. 2012, 19 cents. 2013, 20 cents. All right, so 3 years, it went up to 20, came back to 19 again. 4 years, okay, and then 5 years. Okay, so for 4 years, no increase whatsoever. 5 years, it's going backwards on the dividends. And it's still going backwards. Yeah, no, sorry, dude. All right, Jesse BZ. Jesse BZ. All right, Walmart. We already looked at Walmart. Walmart's a no because it's at the high of the year. I don't like buying at the high of the year. Okay, Megan, thank you for that. Let's not get too carried away, but I do appreciate it because right now I can't see any questions from anyone else. All right, next I'm going to take a look at Alcoa, Chevron. Whoops. NEP. Nextera. Ooh, sorry. Nextera is a no. International Paper. Ooh. IP. Yeah, IP is going to be a tough one. IEP is going to be a hell no. A-Lab. A-L-A-B. Okay, A-Lab's a no. It's in a downturn. Okay, IEP is a definite no. Carlito's Way. Carlito's Way, do you actually do any research at all? Or you just keep throwing stuff out? Okay, so everyone you named so far is a highly advertised fund or stock. Okay, if they're advertising to you, they're trying to sell you something, well, it's most likely going to be a piece of crap. Good stuff is stuff you never see. SoFi, no. No dividends, no thank you. Now, Carlito's Way, seriously, dude, go look at the numbers. Take a look at the dividends from 10 years ago and see how the dividends start out high, and over the 10-year period, they slowly get lower and lower and lower and lower. So as you're progressing, the company's losing money over and over and over again. Because if a dividend is a portion of the profits and the dividend gets less and less and less, well, that only tells you that, if the dividend's getting less, well, the profits are getting less. So why are you putting your money into a company that's not being profitable? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. All right. AVGO. AVGO. All right. Again, another company that we're looking for a new bottom. Okay, take a look. Looking for the new bottom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days after a 30-day high. 30-day high, 6 days to the downside. Eventually, you're going to find the bottom. And that's like, yeah, I'll take this one. If you got into BA at 150, which strike would you sell for the next week? 150. Sorry, but not to be rude, but I've been making money with those I've mentioned. Well, I'm sure you have. Okay, but as you recall, you're here on my show asking my opinion about certain stocks you're looking at. No problem whatsoever. Okay, there's nothing wrong with any one of those. What you're making is what you're making. If you're okay with that, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I just wouldn't do any of those because the numbers don't work for me. They work for you fine. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Every single company you named off does not have that, does not fit that criteria. 20 years of increased profits. You can put your money wherever you want, okay? But I'm going to put my money in companies that have consistently been profitable. Okay, now we looked earlier, there's 9,757 companies available. Out of all of those, the ones you chose, hey, if they work for you, great, awesome. But they don't work for me. I'm looking for 1% a week. They don't pay 1% a week. They are a no for me. All right, anyway, that being said, JSIC. I assume that's how you pronounce it. If you get BA at 150, Boeing at 150, and it's currently down, yeah, the 150s are going for 35 cents. So here's the thing. All right, now I don't know anything about you, so I'm going to tell you what I think. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. Number one, Boeing is in a little bit of a downturn. But today could be the beginning of a turnaround. Could be. All right? Now, you said you jumped in at 150. Now, if you look at the numbers, the 150 is paying 35 cents a share. So if you sell it at 35 cents a share, you're having some income coming in. That's one. Now, depending on your risk factors, if you're a risk taker, then maybe I'd go all the way down to the 144s, which are paying $1.29. Okay, just below 1%. But if it goes above 144, then you run the risk of being called out at 144 when your purchase price is 150. But at 144, you can always roll it forward to the next week, and you can continuously collect premiums, which lowers your cost basis every time. Okay? So, Carlito's Way, back to you. I appreciate your interaction. I really do. Seriously. It's great that you interact and that you're inquisitive. Great. You ask a question, I give an answer. Okay? You're making money on them? Awesome. I'm just giving you a different way of looking at things. Yep, I'm definitely with you and understand you. That's why I'm here, to learn. It was just my opinion. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay, but the funds that you named all heavily advertised, which means if you take a look at the rate of returns and their consistency, it just doesn't match up. Compare it with let's say Microsoft. You take a look at the dividends on Microsoft. Every single year they're higher and higher and higher. Okay, and if a dividend is a portion of the profits, and if it increases every year, well, logic, reason, and common sense just says, hey, if the dividend's getting higher, their profits must be getting higher. Okay, if the dividends are lower, then the profits are going to be lower. Why would you put your money into a company that's not consistently profitable? Okay, there's a whole bunch of them. You got the dividend kings, the dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, and also since 1967. Yeah, I get that. But take a look at Big Earn, you're new. Hold on a second. Okay? O Realty, right? Monthly optionable stock. Right now at 56.65. The next one going out is going to be the 57s right there. 65 cents. Divide that by 4. Okay, that's just like not even 1.5%. Okay, you might get 1.5%, but that's for the month. So if you're getting 1.5% every single month, so you're getting what, 16% per year. If you're okay with that, great. Me, I want 1% per week. You can't get that with a monthly optionable stock. So if it's monthly options, it's going to be a no for me. But if you like it, no problem with that whatsoever. The other challenge I have with monthlies is now you have 35 days. That's 5 weeks. Okay? 5 weeks to figure out where is it going to go from here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's 5 weeks. Okay, 5 weeks ago we're at 62. She jumps up to 65, sinks all the way down to 56. Great. Now tell me where it's going to be in 5 weeks. Hypothetically speaking, she should be right back down here again, because she should go up and she should come back down again. But that's the challenge I find with monthlies. You have to be able to figure out, well, if this doesn't work, if December's option doesn't work, and I have to take this thing into January, well, I can only trade it once a month. So that's why I like weeklies. Weeklies, 52 times a year. 1% per transaction, that's 52% a year. With a monthly, 1% per transaction, that's 12% a year. Okay, now I didn't go to college, but I do know 52 is better than 12. Okay? Do you talk about the ones that are in your 1%? Well, yeah, Big Earn. Okay, this is being recorded. We've seen, I think, 4 or 5 companies that were actually a yes and a high yes for next Monday, which is 2 days away. Okay, there was a couple of them. I don't have my pen, so I didn't write them down, but, I have mine already in my head, so I do it for you guys. That being said, VCTY. Well, number one, I never heard of it. VCTY. Video Lodge City Incorporated. No options, no thank you. Look at the chart. That's absolutely horrible. What the hell are you thinking? Seriously. Okay? No options, no thank you. Look at the chart. Doesn't even register. No. I like stuff that I can see and I can understand. Oh, we got 2 minutes left. It is 11:30. B, we already looked at Caterpillar. VCYT. 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 It's still a no. Okay, monthly. Okay, monthly's going to be a no. 35.90. Looking at the 35s, going for $1.75. Well, that's nice. Actually, it really is $35.75. That's more than 4 or 5% for the month. But if you're wrong, you have one strike out of the money, and that's it. Okay, Alcon, I am in the process of starting a fund. As of December 31st, I will have 1 whole year verifiable trades for my investors to take a look at. Before you end the stream, what are your best stocks that you found tonight? Oh, KK, I'm terribly sorry. I just got back from Maine yesterday, got unpacked. I took the whole day off, didn't do anything. Seriously, didn't do anything today, just relaxed. So I haven't even found the pen that goes along with my book. So I write down every night what looks good, and I didn't write down, but this is recorded. So you can go back and take a look. This is the best thing to watch at night after a long workday. Am I actually that boring? Am I going to put you to sleep? Hey, you won't go to sleep. Listen to what he's going to say. He'll make you fall. Okay. Question. Is it better or the same to buy in shares or in options for dividends? Okay. Shares, you will get the dividends. Options, you will not collect dividends. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. Equity, AO, yeah. Okay, I hear that one a lot. I'm not quite sure what you mean in this particular context. Okay, if you can elaborate, it'd be better. But Carlito's Way, keep coming back, keep learning. If the only thing you know are the ones that you already started to invest in, stick with them. Okay, if you see something here that sparks your fancy, fine. Like your shirt, you are showing away to make a nice living, and I think it's awesome. Okay, Big Rob, I'm not really showing it as a way to make money to earn a living, okay? I do it to supplement my income. Now, the only income I have is through my investments. Okay, so when you get retired, when you're at retirement age, you usually take all your money in your 401k or your IRA or wherever you have your money invested, and you put it somewhere, and that gives you a rate of return. Okay, so the rate of return that I'm looking for is 1% a week. So let's say hypothetically, wait, not even hypothetically, let's go to here, splash page right there. Okay, now, very first thing you see, this is my website, okay, one of the pages. It gives you all my social media, but what I want you to take a look at right here, it says current trades for 2024. Now, I have 6 different accounts. I share three of them with you guys. 6 accounts, I share 3 of them. The other 3 I don't share. Don't ask. I'm not going to tell you. Anyway, account number 1 has $168,000 in it. 168. 1% of $168,000 is $1,600 a week. 1 hour of work is all I do. 15 to 20 minutes in the morning. That's it. Most people spend more time planning a planning a family barbecue. Not me. 1 20-minute session a day. Okay, that's right about an hour a week. Now, an hour a week trading a $168,000 account, that's $1,600 an hour. That's what I'm averaging, $1,600 an hour from this one account. Okay, then you get this one here, and then you get this one here. So if you have at your retirement 100, 200, let's say you got 50,000. 50% of that is 25,000. If you have an account like this, 168, okay, 1% a week is almost $1,700 a week. You multiply that by 4, okay, that's about $5,000, $6,000 a month from this size account. That's $80,000 a year for working 1 hour a week. If you cannot figure 1 hour a week of your time, it's 15, 20 minutes a day. You jump in, you take a look at your positions. Never buy something you don't understand. Okay, I like companies that have been in business for 50 years, 100 years. Consolidated Edison has been in business for 200 years. Okay? GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation, they've increased their dividends to their shareholders for 7 decades. That's a long freaking time. That's longer than I've been alive. This company's consistently increasing their profits year after year after year. What's the YouTube channel? Seattle Area Real Estate. You know, I appreciate all your interaction. I really do. If you come up here to the bio right there, Whoops, what the hell is, oh, I'm trying to navigate through that. If you come up to the bio, you'll notice that is the 10-minute trader. When you go to the 10-minute trader, this gives you all of the social media. I don't know, drawing a blank. But here it is. It's the 10-minute trader at YouTube, right? The 10-minute trader. All right, and there's my 2 live videos right now. Okay, 2 live videos. And if you go up under videos, the oldest, and here's the little princess.
Hi, I'm JC, and you being part of my
Whoops, we got out of the way.
thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month.
There's over 20 days in the month of January.
That's me, 15 years ago.
21 days in the month of March. What does that mean? That means every single day.
Wait for a second. Here it comes. Here it comes. Watch this. Watch.
Dividends.
That always cracks me up. Every time I see that almost every night, and every time it cracks me up. Well, when my daughter was 9, she wanted to learn how to trade. Great. It has to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. 5 criteria. I had to create a strategy specifically for her. This is it. This is the strategy I created for my 9-year-old. All you people out in the audience are over the age of 9. You should be able to grasp it like this. Adults have a tendency to complicate things. Okay? You have a tendency to complicate things. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. Now, you could lose if the earth opened up and swallowed up your company. Yeah, that could happen. Okay, if you believe the magic bullet bullshit, yeah, you'll believe that your company will go bankrupt overnight. Johnny K got no 401k RIA. I'm going to be living under the bridge when and if we get to be 62. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Johnny. Some bridges aren't too bad. Yeah. Well, some bridges aren't that bad. I've seen a couple nice covered bridges up in Maine or in Vermont. Are you a buyer or seller of options? Ayo, I'm a seller of options. Look at it this way. If 80%, that's 8 out of 10, 80% of all options expire worthless, why would I want to buy them? I want to be a seller, have things in my favor. Carlita's Way, can you show me the website where it shows dividends in years? Oh, or in France. In France? Oh, in France. Bonjour, bonsoir, comment ça va toujours? Ça va bien, no? Yes, sir, love it. Cool beans. Carlito's Way, the website. Oh, no, the easiest way, Carlito's Way, the easiest way, you're going to love this, okay? Write this down. Go to Google, do a search. Dividend Kings List 2024. Dividend Aristocrats List 2024. Dividend Champions List 2024. Dividend Contenders List 2024. Warren Buffett's Stock List 2024. Those 5 lists right there will give you about 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders and have weekly options. Ayo, Connect Premiums all day. Okay, cool. Thanks for the recommendation. It's not, John, not a recommendation. Observations. It's an I'm observing something and I'm pointing it out. An observation, not a recommendation. Thoughts on Orlando? Maybe off OBT. Although I'm in Orlando. Maybe off OBT. I have no idea what that means. Thanks, you're welcome. All right, it's past 11:30. I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. You guys don't want to see that. Can you repeat the 5 sites? It wasn't 5 sites. Megan, how are you? I'm a big seller of VIX calls. Ooh, that takes a little bit of practice, patience, and experience. I like the VIX only on certain times, okay? But I don't teach those strategies. I only teach one strategy here. And if you can perfect this one strategy, that's 50% per year. Been trading for 11. I've been trading for 20. As a matter of fact, what I got for you? Hold on a second. Slide all the way down to the bottom here on this page. Okay, these are all the trades I've done so far this year. Okay, you can see every single one. Hats off to you, sir. Ayo, hold on a second. Take a look at this. All the way to the bottom. Ah, there we go. Starting date, August 31st, 2011. This is when I first did my blog in 2011. Okay, here's my trades. There was a huge drop in the last few weeks. We took a break from trading and waited till the dust settled. We didn't take any losses, as this year we're looking to take no losses. We've dropped down only 20% return so far at the halfway point for the year. Our weekly average has dropped below 1% per week, and our monthly average is only at 3.3%. Oh, 3.3, that's over 40, almost 50% per year. Almost. Anyway, come down a little bit further. Oh, here's one of the videos. 2013, 11 years ago. Trading with dividends, week 12 wrap up, March 23rd, 2013. Look, the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart. What company is this one? Rent-A-Center. Ooh, I haven't done Rent-A-Center in a while. But I'm teaching the exact same thing I did years ago. But interesting thing is that TikTok, whole bunch more people than YouTube. These videos have been on YouTube for almost 15 years. What's the longest you've sold an option for? About 3 months. That's about it. Megan, a couple of months ago, you mentioned a game to play first to practice. Yeah, that's called paper trading. Okay, you can go to, I use Thinkorswim. Okay, this is Thinkorswim. It's owned by Charles Schwab. They will let you use it for a while to practice with. Okay, now I know a few people, they just put $50 in it and they use the software. But, you know, it's what you're looking for. Okay, it all depends on what you want to do. I always tell people to work the equation backwards. Well, what does that mean? Well, figure out how much money you need consistently on a monthly basis. Now, we're all adults. We all should know what our mortgage is, what our rent is, or our rent, car payments, insurance, how much groceries, all that crap. You should know that off the top of your head as being an adult, okay? Because you are 100% responsible for your own bills. You have to pay your way through life, unless, you know, of course, you have someone else paying for you, which I don't condone that, but it is what it is. So knowing what you need on a monthly basis, okay, great. What trading strategy is going to allow you to take whatever little nest egg you have and get that kind of a return? That's what you're looking for. Okay, I like 1% a week. 1% a week is over 50% per year. So the count that I show you, 167,000, well, about $80,000 a year in income from trading 1% per week. Am I looking for capital appreciation? No, I'm looking for safety, because that 167,000 is going to last me for the rest of my life. Well, if I can continue to get 1% every single week, well, fine, it won't be that bad. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. You all have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, you got to shut off way over here first. This is Instagram, and then shut off. What's that one with the bird? Twitter. Yep, shut off Twitter. Off to you guys. See you guys later. And now the time is near.